Mucho of the Gratitudo, October 28th, 2025. It's been raining, so the leaves ain't like crunchy or nothing, but they sure are pretty. Anyway, a little soggy. It's damp. Anyway, we got a little bit of, we got just a few minutes. I couldn't take it. I had to get out. I had to do it. Couldn't help myself, really. Anyway, Michael Dubois, Dubois is Dubois. Oh, anyway, whatever. Ask why. Slow motion, no gas, no goodbye. Ha ha! Anyway, so I hope all y'all are having a beautiful day. Because I don't know. I need to get good and tuned in. And Lord, I am asking for assistance with the whole hurricane stuff going on. Father God, I ask for miracles for our people, our loved ones. Lord, they unrung some bells that needed freedom ringing, y'all. Anyway, let me get good and tuned in, Lord. May it be pleasing unto you and the ancestors. I pray. Anyway. What is it doing? Don't you tell me. You. Greetings, salutations, yet again, Earthlings. It is October 28th, 2025. He's gotten better at his terracing, sneaking up so far and then kicks it into overdrive. Brother, you're slinking around, circling. Back skills is improving. Oh, slug a bug. Oh, God, let's get rid of it before he eats it. Because are these poisonous for dogs? Oh, God, don't look at it, Ethel. No. Anyway. I don't know what I just was messing with, sir, and you don't need to pay any attention to it either. Anyway, how slickery is it? Pretty dang slickery. So anyway, what have you been into? I don't need an alibi for whatever you tell me anyway. So anyway, I didn't hear no screaming or any squawking or nothing, so it couldn't have been too awful bad. Just my kind of thoughts on all that, really. Anyway. Lord help us, y'all. Boy, that double crown was y'all do. Anyway, gooberfied, whatever. Anyway, can I do this without causing problems? Hello. Confused, I'm not. Ron Howard. If I was, I would address the whole Gene Imals. Oh, Claire to the cave bear, and make restitution for the insult unto my soul that the initials D and H did to my beloved A-Law. Oh. And also, I would address with Mr. Ron Howard, play the whole Mayberry situation. Hello, as a resident of the neighbor on which Andy Griffith tried to manifest the most amazing America into being, and had everybody wanting old Andy to be their daddy. And then all wanted to be Richie, having a daddy and an Aunt B, care so much for him, and the whole town that looked after him. Whew. Gave us hope for people. Anyway, I always thought it was beautiful what Andy was trying to manifest. And I always thought it was beautiful the stories that Ron Howard told with the roles that he played. Richie came next with Happy Days, y'all. And from that, the spin-offs. What were the spin-offs? Does no other Gen Xers make these ties and connections to see how we were trying to manifest the whole time? Dear Lord, it was us all along, Dorothy. Do you not see this beautiful? If we are looking to heal from all of this as quickly as possible, because hello, MASH, y'all. Everybody needs to Hawkeye Pierce. Get it? But anyway, always looking to see what the bad stuff was and understanding that's a tip off right there. There's something deeper still going on that they're trying to cover up, and stuff is going down. Look deeper still. What's the ridiculous stories? Getting the hornet's nest stirred up. Why? Anyway. Alright, why am I flowing in that energy right now? Alright, we got water trines going on. There's been the moon energies, the cyclical patterns that are closing out. It's like we're in these residual meteorite fields, debris that we have to clear to shed. That's the season of the snake. Y'all get it? The cyclical thing. The way things have been said and inferred. Always a tongue-in-cheek humor. Those that don't have a tongue-in-cheek humor, that can't make the interesting writing desk raving connections as a Gen Xer, and only Gen Xers are going to understand what I'm saying about writing desk ravens. How, Alice, how is a writing desk like a raven? Well, I'm sitting there at school, stuck at this dang desk. What am I doing? I'm looking out the window at that raven over there. And I'm wishing I was free like them. How is a writing desk like a raven? Well, the only way that I can be free sitting at this writing desk is my imagination. And to pour it out into a story, I suppose. To get it from within to without. How is a writing desk like a raven? Free that way, I suppose. Wouldn't you? I make the word connections. Like this whole Kirk thing. Charlie Kirk. Charlie, well, what does Charlie mean to me? I am here because my father survived Vietnam, where he fought Charlie. So that's usually the first thing that comes to mind. This little patriotic, very proud to be my daddy and mama's daughter. Very proud to be Sergeant Major and Sergeant Major wife's daughter. Very, 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 very tuned in and understanding that there was so much more going on below the surface of what other people thought was going on. Was nobody else paying attention to stuff that's going on? Seriously? Yeah. People that read energies, and my dad being an electrical engineer, the Marine Corps, a hillbilly, mind y'all, that quit high school to join when he started getting, it was before they started the whole wanting even to, before they started talking about enforced draft. Before they started drafting, he quit school and went in early. absolutely. I am my brothers are 7 and 5 years older than me. And I am the happy homecoming result of my dad making it through Vietnam. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah. Little high school kid with no education, and yet he went on, come home from Vietnam and went on to be an electrical engineer, teaching others, courthouse Bayside, like 8 years, how to be electrical engineers. So, and then the timing of us moving to Cherry Point is fascinating with the stuff that was going down historically. And the things that I, as a little weirdo, that apparently other military kids didn't have the same perspective and outlook on things that I did. Because my dad kept a black bag packed, y'all. And when he would come in, first couple times I would be like, hey, where you going? What are you doing home? I gotta go. What do you mean? Well, go where? Can I go? You know, he's like, hey, because sometimes he'd take me along with the staff club and let me hang out. It was awesome. Anyway, whatever he did. Or fishing. He would take me fishing with him too. Anyway, Dad was not always, he did what he could as he could, y'all. There was a lot going on we did not understand behind the scenes. And then he had his stuff going on with Mom and him, and mixed alcohol and egos, and anyway, deeper still though, Mom didn't understand stuff that was going on behind the scenes. But energetically, people that are very, highly sensitive, wind talkers, wasn't just about something I found out recently, which I need to really research more in depth, was there was something on one of my Melungeon sites about the ancient Appalachian people. They believe that the Lost Tribe had among them Mullins. And it's proven that there was Mullins, and my dad's adoptive mother from Pineville, Pineville, West Virginia. Pineville, West Virginia is where my daddy was born. Where she was from, or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, but her name was Dorothy Mullins. And that was his biological mother. And his father, apparently, she got pregnant by a guy that was in the army. And I got it written down. I've asked my mom, I need to get his birth certificate. I need to figure that out. Anyway, they said that the Lost Tribe, among them was Mullins, that came over, some of the first Americans ever to come to this land. And it's said that the Mullins were taken amongst the indigenous people and intermingled and intermarried and stuff. And that's part of how the Melungeon people started, as well as Underground Railroad. Because, I mean, getting up into some of these parts of the hills and stuff, these great Appalachian mountains, y'all, some serious hard, it's not easy living. That is for sure. It's not made for the weak. And my papas were coal miners. But there was interesting things about my papas. maternal Gemini, and supposedly he had palsy. He had palsy. Supposedly could have been from where the story that I overheard was that because his dad was preacher. His mom was very much a lady. Anyway, very good Christian men they were. Anyway, I remember all his brothers and stuff, and my aunt, like my aunt. Oh, could you got me? Anyway, like my Aunt Penny, Doris, my Aunt Dee. Love her so. My cousin calls her Glamour Puss. Anyway. Really wonderful people. But the story is that he was running moonshine through the woods, and they were using a coal truck they carried coal in, and they were running in the woods through it. And somehow, some way, he got bounced off of. He was holding on to the running boards or something, and he got bounced off of it. And luckily, it was soft, mucky, and roots and stuff. And his head got bounced over, and that supposedly is what caused him to have palsy. But that's the accident. Lord, he had to fall down and bump his head. I love Mama. I do. I am grateful. She was my mama, because let me tell you what, you talk about being prepared for this world. Happened to deal with an imbalanced Libra. Exactly. There went that. See? That just fell right over. Proving my point exactly. Anyway, I'm not being ugly. I'm not being disrespectful. I am just being honest. It was very hard. Anyway. And now, so my mama was a Libra. And my mom, a Libra. My daughter, a Libra. My niece, a Libra. Who else? Dear Lord. Countless. Sonny, help me, Jesus. Anyway, gotta break the pattern. Because, holy Toledo, could you not touch my toes? Anyway, love them. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. The one and only time I remember my kids meeting my grandmother before she passed. They were so used to grandmas being associated with grandma, their dad's mom, their maternal grandmother, and they were used to my mom, my mother is definitely a character, y'all. Why are we having so many issues? This is odd. Very strange. Anyway. And the one and only time I remember taking the kids to visit Mama's. My son occasionally would have night terrors. And I experienced them myself. And it was something in the moment of, this is important. I need you to really pay attention. I'm not trying to scare you. But this is important. Note to self. Conscious, subconscious. This is important, and you will remember this. So it was always those types of, and that to this day, that is absolutely my intuition getting me in the moments. They will, like with my spider friends, they will hyper focus me in. Hyper focus in the moment. It's like, and it's God talking to you in those moments, as crazy as it sounds, but I mean, I pray out loud enough. You got to listen, and you got to be still and know that I am God and listen. So the hyper focus anyway. The one and only time he was sleeping in, I think they put him in Pawpaw's room. Yeah, Mama, that's where she wanted the kids sleeping, was in Pawpaw's room. We were all going to sleep in Pawpaw's bed together. Me and Justin Hile, my kids. So anyway, so got him down for bed, and all of a sudden he comes through, and he's having a night terror. And he couldn't really verbalize what was going on. And I think that he was having, and it dawned on me as I've been doing these interesting Scorpion energy, deep maternal, dark mother hectad with energies, dark Lilith. Because my moon is Gemini and my dark Lilith is Gemini. So, and with my Leo rising, I got the sun that illuminates all of that stuff. So it's like, anyway, and then the mirrors, anyway. It's a way I have of perceiving and looking at things. Anyway, so what I'm thinking is in the moments, he was remembering memories of, because some things in the energetic playing out of karma have a deep resonance. It's like some things, some people consider some hauntings a pattern loop that keeps it's like a record that keeps repeating. Some hauntings, supposedly, I don't know. It's like caught energetically in the crystals beneath the earth, or the stone that makes up the castle, or whatever that's holding the energies there, that was so ingrained with such emotion and power during the time of whatever was going on that made the imprint. So anyway, and there's usually clues to the things that do imprint people, and the people that's able to make sense and read those clues, the patterns. What were the ancestors trying to tell us? Alright, the hectate energies is what I've been feeling, the whole thing about being within our mothers as they were growing within their mothers, and being able to access those memories. So what I'm thinking is Kyle was in those moments remembering my terror of being locked in that cellar. She told me his name was George. It was a wash machine down there. It was one of those gross cellars, unfinished, that was damp and grew mold. It smelled like mold. Ugh. It was bare dirt and stuff. Anyway, she had a wash machine down there that would get off balance, one of them old ones, and clunk, 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 clunk. And I didn't know what it was, but it scared the crap out of me, because Mom didn't do stuff so things would clunk, clunk, clunk like that. But anyway, I would ask her, what is, like 2 years old, I was like, what is that, Grandma? And she told me it was a monster that ate bad little girls. And had me absolutely scared. And she used to enjoy putting me in the cellar whenever I would do anything, whenever I would give her that look of, are you kidding me? When I would see through her little mean. Anyway, yeah, she was an interesting character, Mama. And I hope my other I hope my cousins never saw those sides of her that I did. It's horrible. But anyway, I think Kyle was having a memory of me being closed into the basement with it dark and that thing clunking and her not letting me out, and it's damp and dark and I couldn't see. And it was, if you missed a step, if you missed a step, your leg would get caught between the bottom because it would go like straight down, was open, and you could get really hurt. And if you got forward momentum trying to skip down the stairs, you could really, yeah, anyway. So I was frozen on the top step, trying to get it in. Anyway, she would decide how long I deserved to be terrified of the idea of Georgie eating me. And funny that it's absolutely hilarious that what is it that Stephen King came out with to scare the crap out of people a couple years later? Georgie, while I was being terrified with that. I don't think it's a coincidence of any of that timing because those energies were in the air. And he was picking up on it and writing his stories about it. He was utilizing it and transforming it in healthy, wonderful, creative ways. Telling people and making them aware of those nasty, cyclical planetary energies that get... anyway. Alright, so yeah. And it was so odd because he come through, Mama, 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 Mama. And I was like, baby, what? And I just had to get a hold of him and just calm down, think about it, try again. And there was a look that my grandmother gave me that was kind of like a smirky look. And then she put her hands on my son and prayed over him. And I don't know if it was the fact that I was like, please God, help. And I was praying. And she was praying, but she had this look in it. And he came up out of that. It kind of snapped. I was like, are you okay? You alright? Yeah. So, yeah. Scapegoating, projections and deflections, and the passing on of generational curses and Jezebel spirits and things, and yeah, it's just... I ain't gonna lie about it. I think that's the only way she could have gotten my grandfather. That and the fact that he had a head injury. Why about it? He was a tall, good-looking man that sure deserved better than the way she treated him. I don't know what their history was. I just know what I saw. So anyway, and I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead, but I never understood their relationship. I just knew that I didn't want one like that. Determined, absolutely not. I want something to laugh with. And then Mom and Dad so fiery, and so much going on in the world. And I figured out took a long time. Turn about, maybe 'cause I'm trying. There's been times I was well, you turn and walk away. Hard to say what it is. See you, wonder if I'll always be with you. What can't say what I can't do. That's the truth. It's all for you. Blah, blah, blah. Long, long time. Blah, blah. And walk away. If I had, this is another one of those crap latte kind of flavored, kind of feeling kind of days, and I started to explain what them crap lattes are, because I'm kind of addicted to mine anyway. What it is you take you some instant coffee, y'all. Take you some instant coffee. Take you some powdered milk now. Take your powdered milk, instant coffee, little bit of natural cocoa, because it's really healthy for y'all. Natural cocoa. Put that in with your instant coffee and your powdered milk. And add you some sweetener. I used like 4 packs of sugar substitute, and I used like a tablespoon of sugar. God, I'm trying to get off my sugar, y'all. I'm trying to get off the caffeine too, but them crap lattes though. Love them crap lattes now. I ain't gonna lie about it. Some good stuff about crap lattes anyway. Thinking about trying some mushrooms. Anybody tried a mushroom coffee? They say there is instant coffee from mushrooms that's supposed to help expand your mind. Dear Lord, all we need is me more creative. Please, thank you. Oh, the weirdnesses we can think of. Oh, it is all for you. Hard to say. Why did you ask about, brother? Oh, I gotta tell your dad about that. My findings, my Yelp review of my clove powder. They used actual cloves and they ground it up themselves. I couldn't get that fancy with it. So my version of it is just powdered cloves, and they use like natural lavender. I can't get that fancy with it, so I found lavender residual and apple cider vinegar and water, and you boil it all together. And then I guess you can water it down some more after you steep it for a while. And then you use it on your cat and your dog, and it's supposed to be all natural. And anyway, so far it's really kind of working on my Grace and Alexander. And then here's our free for his guy. So I'm stuck here watching TV. How digital. I don't got diddly squat. It's not having what you want. It's wanting what you got. I wanna soak up the sun. Words with a face. They want to light it up. What is you doing? With the freckles? What's up? Are you ready to go back? Huh? Something going on I don't know about? Your dad cooking something you want some of? Is that what you're trying to get me up the hill about? Look, you can go anytime. Brother. It don't pay me enough. That takes to win me some of your love. And if you're looking now, if something's wrong with you, it makes you act the way you do. Gonna soak up the sun. I'm gonna tell everyone to lighten up. I got no one to blame. Every time I feel lame, I looking up. Let's soak up the sun. I'm gonna soak, still free. I'm sorry, why still free? Gonna soak up the sun, or they turn it on me. If I had Master Sweet, I would have them Master Swisher Sweets. Ha ha! Why? One has that key. Well, you're looking up, you're looking down. Maybe something's wrong with you that makes you act the way you do. It's too high. Gonna soak up the sun. Gonna tell everyone to lighten up. Gonna tell them that I got no one to blame. Every time I feel lame, my blue skin up. Gonna soak up the sun. Gonna tell everyone to lighten up. Tell them that I got no one to blame. Every time I feel lame, my looking up. Look how pretty my fern gully is, y'all. It's not mine, but they know I love it. They know I love it. Look at. Ah, hello, Jesus. Look at all the colors, darlings. I sure hope it goes through. I can't see if you're saying what I'm saying. Hello, Jesus. Hello, Jesus. Hello. See, out to my fingers. That was my fingers. That was mashing. Hello. What's up? What you doing? What? Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, such a beautiful day. You ready to reel it in and wind your butt up the hill? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Hello. What is happening? Goofball. Anyway, much love. I hope y'all are being kind. Start with yourselves, guys. It all starts with you. Anyway, love. I hope y'all are able to get out and enjoy the sunshine. Get tuned in. Get you some clarity, some guidance, some peace. Tuned into the moment and loving you some you. I truly hope that y'all are. Ah, Chihuahua. Hello, there we go. Anyway. Anyway, Mucho the love of awesome Winona, y'all. Y'all know that's of the world. At my door, day when I've been home, I'm gonna live with Jesus and me. Hard times. I hope y'all are not having hard times. I hope hard times are not all you see. I lost the ones that were dear to me. I hope if you lost dear ones that you're healing, know that they love you and they're still with you. I'm gonna live with Jesus in the beginning. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live with Jesus in you. In the beginning and all the in-betweens, ever was and will be's, every realm, every dimension. From the Alpha to the Omega, I am gonna live with me some Jesus. Loving me some me, loving me some me. Oh, Father, thank you. What is you doing, buddy? What? Seriously? What you talking about? Goofball. Hello. Hello. See, it's pause the freaking upload. You goobers. Why do you do that? Really? It's really boober-headed. Craptastic. Underhanded pooperhead moves, y'all. Anyway, whatever. I'm trying. Anyway, whatever. I adore you, darling. Hello. I did not mean to leave that running.